Two balls and a strike to count on Taylor. Reyes fires, swinging a drive, deep left field. This is way back. Walk the ball. Chris Taylor.
What's up, everybody? Welcome into DodgerHeads, presented by DodgerBlue.com. My name is Jeff Spiegel, joined today by Scott Geirman. Scott, it's Kershaw Day. Happy Kershaw Day to you, sir. Game 1 in the books. We'll get into some sort of breakdown of that, but how we feeling this morning? We waking up a little more relaxed than yesterday?
Yeah, I feel pretty good. We talked about we really needed to get that one out of the way. It just felt, just like you said, it felt like a little bit of a must win. Just like, exactly what we talked about for the first 3 innings we needed to see, and we saw it. Felt good. Feel good today.
Well, before we get into Kershaw versus Darvish, keys to tonight's game, let's just do a little bit of morning after thoughts on how Game 1 played out. Obviously, the Dodgers jump out to a 5-0 lead. Urias is cruising. Then the 5th inning happens. The Dodgers get 0 hits in the final 5 1/3 innings offensively. Once Clevenger's out of the game, they didn't get a single hit. So for you, having experienced it in real time, had some time to process, sleep on it, give me your day after thoughts on game number 1.
I was happy. I was really excited that, they didn't rely on the long ball. That wasn't it. They, base hits. I think Lux's at bat was phenomenal. Gets down 0-2, just puts a really good swing on it. That felt like, I don't know. I took a big breath there. I don't know what about Lux in that moment just really was a big deal for me. It was good to see him get back out there and knock that extra run in. I feel like Muncy could have scored, but they made a great throw to the plate. If they were manufacturing, and that was good to see. Every other home team that played kind of struggled out the gate, and I'm sure every Dodger fan was happy to see they didn't have that those same struggles early on.
Yeah, I think for me, I just think about Trey Turner. I keep coming back. This is a guy who has struggled. People have been critical about his postseason performances, and with good reason, I would say. For him to hit a home run in his first at-bat, a double in his second at-bat, and nearly another home run, I believe, in his third at-bat. I mean, it's just everything you wanted to see. I'm not worried about Mookie and Freddie going 0 for 7 between the two of them. Trey Turner coming through, getting a little bit of positive momentum, I think is the key for me. And then the second thing I would say, Scott, is yesterday showed me why the Dodgers are the favorites. If you can go 0 for 7 between Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman, get a B to B- level performance from your ace, have your best reliever come in and struggle, and still comfortably win in Game 1, that tells me everything I need to know. That's why the Dodgers are built the way they are, because when Freddie and Mookie are down, guess what? Trey Turner and Will Smith, 4 hits, 3 extra base hits, 4 extra base hits between the two of them. That's the key. Vesia gets you 5 outs. Martin looks good. Gratterall gets Machado. It just was a total team effort, and the level of comfort and ease that they did it with was reassuring. I'm not saying it's going to be the same today, but that made me feel good. So let's get into tonight's game. We've got Kershaw on the mound for the Dodgers, Yu Darvish on the mound for the Padres. 5:37 p.m. start, so a little bit earlier. Make sure to set your clocks. Looking at how these two guys have performed so far this season, Kershaw, 2 appearances against the Padres this year, 11 strikeouts in 12 innings, just 1 earned run allowed and 1 walk. So fantastic numbers for Kershaw. Darvish, on the other hand, has also been good against the Dodgers. 25 innings, 7 earned runs, good for a 2.52 ERA. Does have 31 Ks in those 25 innings, just 5 walks. So this is a heavyweight matchup. We talked about it yesterday. The Dodgers had a huge gap in starting pitching, a huge advantage yesterday. Not the case today. Kershaw, I would say, is a tick better than Darvish, but I like Darvish a lot. I think he's one of the best pitchers in baseball. And so this one's a lot closer to even for me, Scott.
No, I agree. Yeah, both pitchers have been phenomenal versus their opponents. Darvish has thrown the second most innings against the Dodgers of any team he's faced this year. So there is a familiarity factor, but that doesn't matter if you dominate. Yeah. They've had the looks, strikeout numbers for him are there. Darvish is a good pitcher. Whatever history he has with the Dodgers, against the Dodgers, what have you, he's a premier talent. That's just who he is. They're going to have to grind today, but I'm excited to see how Kershaw battles. I plan on really watching him attack the same way Julio did. Padres are one of the best teams in MLB against off speed, and Clayton Kershaw is primarily, slider. Yeah. So we're going to see that big time. And just like you said, it's a heavyweight battle.
Well, diving right into the last question I want to ask you is the key to tonight's game. For you, as you think about this, maybe it's Kershaw his ability to land that slider for strikes and get swings and misses. Maybe it's pounding the zone. Maybe it's offensively. Maybe there's a hitter that you're like, I want to see something from this guy. Your key to the game tonight is what, Scott?
Capitalizing on mistakes. Hitters in the middle of the lineup. I think, just like you said, I feel like Mookie Betts. You said earlier you weren't worried about Mookie Betts. I feel like Mookie Betts would be a big, like a critical piece today.
Yeah.
I think that's a huge matchup for Clayton Kershaw, Manny Machado. For some reason, I just, that's just how he is. Manny's a competitor. Very great barrel control guy. I'm, always a little bit worried when he comes to the plate. I don't write him off. He's the one guy I refuse. I just can't. I don't know why Soto right now isn't that for me, but I feel like Manny Machado is a big key in that lineup tonight. If you want one thing, it's just like stay out of the heart of the plate. Yeah. And let's, paint the corners.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I think that's a good one. I mean, the key for tonight for me is getting Darvish's pitch count up. We were doing a live watch along last night, and Greg Bergman kept saying, hey, we need to get Clevenger's pitch count up. I'm like, I don't care how high his pitch. Let this guy stay in as long as he wants to, because we're going to crush him. Pitch count's not going to be the issue when it comes to getting to the bullpen. In Darvish's case, it is. I would hate, look at his 4 starts this year against the Dodgers. 6 innings, 6 innings, 6 innings, 7 innings. We can't have that tonight. Darvish cannot go past the 5th inning as far as I'm concerned. And so I would love for the Dodgers to be able to get the pitch count up a little bit. As you said, manufacture some runs. Don't need to rely on the long ball. But can we just turn the lineup over and have good at-bats? A guy like Cody Bellinger, who was batting 9th, some awful looking at-bats last night. Greg was joking on the show. I think he swung at the first 7 pitches that he saw. So I just need better at-bat quality. Last night, not as much of an issue because with Clevenger, you're not worried about the pitch count. Darvish, I'm worried about the pitch count. I would like to get some good at-bats, take some pitches, draw some walks, that kind of a thing, and just be competitive in those at-bats. So there you have it. Scott wants to see Kershaw attacking, landing the slider, going after Manny Machado. I want to see the Dodgers being patient, getting the pitch count up from Darvish, manufacturing some runs as well. Tonight, we will be doing another live watch-along. Make sure you check below for our playback link, getplayback.com/room/DodgerBlue1958. That's where we will be. We might not have folks on stage right at the beginning of the game, but we will be doing some stuff towards the end of the game. So hop in, chat with Dodger fans, watch Clayton Kershaw, hopefully shove, watch the Dodger offense, hopefully get to Darvish early, and we'll see what happens. So that's Scott Geirman. My name is Jeff Spiegel, as always. We appreciate you joining us. And of course, NLDS Game 2. Go Dodgers.